Yo, what's up? How are we?
Yo, I'm fine. How about you?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good actually. I mean,
Oh,
I'll be honest. I like completely forgot, but I thought actually I didn't forget. I thought it was at 5.
don't
But,
worry.
but it's fine. Okay. Um, do you have like any like guidelines you want me to like work around? Like, what's your goal, for like league and stuff?
Well, currently we're playing like the German league, like Prime
Prime
League. I
League?
don't know if you've heard. Yeah.
Yeah.
And well, we want to reach at least the five. So yeah, that's one goal, and the other goal is like maybe reaching master in whatever queue. I don't care if it's flex or solo.
Oh. Well, that's okay. So you're like trying to like um playing like amateur leagues, right?
Yeah.
It's actually kind of funny because I literally yesterday I coached someone that was also in Prime League and he played in Div 5, I think. So that's kind of weird. uh,
Oh well.
he was like an Elise Hunter or something. So
Oh, bah.
I think it was
Yeah, well,
this guy.
I don't know. That's like the goals, I guess.
Yeah. So,
Yo.
so you want to be this guy, I guess. Which is like fine. So in like solo queue, like are you trying to practice champions or like what are you looking for? Um,
Um, yeah, well, it depends on my mental state, I guess. So, yeah, sometimes I'm trying to just get to learn new champions, but sometimes I'm just trying to win.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, if you want to climb, then just play like 2 or 3 champs.
Yeah.
And also, what the fuck is this? It's just like at the like start of things.
The 5CS.
Yeah, what's going on here?
Um, well,
Well, let's look at this.
I'm not that into farming with these champs, so like
Okay.
I'd abandon camps to just gank the hell out of it. Because in solo queue, it's like the more you gank, the easier it is to win. Because they just get a mental breakdown.
I mean, I see your like mentality and all, but
Yeah.
okay, there we go. I think there's definitely like things to, like you can definitely gank a lot without like having 5 CS a minute.
Yeah, I'm sure I can. Well, that's why I'm here, you know?
Well, we start this game off like, or which video do you want to watch first? This one or?
Yeah, let's watch the lose video. Because the win video was like, I guess, one of the best games I've played this year. But
Oh, this was like your peak.
at least it felt like it, yeah. But this game was like, I don't know, something went horribly wrong.
Okay, but we start with the lost one then. I'm just gonna make sure to have,
Mm.
because I'm trying to get the tabs open on both. There we go. Yeah. And now that's prepped in advanced, maybe. And maybe we need this. I don't know. Hopefully not. I don't like using it. Okay, so we start off the game. What are we thinking?
Mm. Well, I know that top lane is okay, should be easy one without me interfering,
Mhm.
and I don't think the Warwick can gank really well top lane because it's Yora.
Okay.
So my main focus is around bot side and yeah, mid lane and bot lane. Should just get them ahead.
Okay. I have okay. I have a slight problem with this, so I'm gonna explain what I would think instead, uh, rather than go what you just said. Okay, so what I look
Mm.
for in just in Champions League alone is for like winning 2v2 slash 3v3 rights,
Okay.
prios, and also just like win cons, right? So these are the things I'm worried about, like in the game. And
Okay.
I just coin. Yeah, whatever, man.
Yeah, I get the point. Don't worry.
Okay, whatever. My handwriting is fucking terrible, but whatever. So in this game, I would say, okay, these guys don't have prio because it's Karma, right? Karma in general always have prio, no matter what.
Mm.
So these guys will push into these guys, okay? That's whatever. Second off, they win the free in bot lane, and I will. I mean, I'm pretty okay, I would say that Kai'Sa probably outvalues Ezreal. Slightly. I don't think that's like hard. And then Karma outvalues Yana, and then I think Warwick outvalues you. So I would say you guys just lose that.
Yeah.
So the only way okay, so if you're forced into going to bot lane right now, the only way you can make it work is by going like free camp, because now you're skipping this guy, so now he can't contest you.
Yeah.
And that's an option, right? If you really want to force bot lane, you have to do a cheesy like pathing. So maybe like going like red blue Gromp into bot lane into Wolves Raptors in the scuttle, right? That would be like one pathing that you could have done. But if I would play this one, I would probably path top lane on first clear. Because, I mean, this guy, if you go through like the logic again, I would say this guy actually has prio. And if we're fighting 2v2, I think, okay, they might win it. I'm not too sure. Because I'm not that good with like Cassandra matchups yet. Because I haven't played a lot in preseason. So whatever. But I'm pretty confident that you guys at least are a lot better off than the 3v3 in bot lane. So regardless if you can gank this or not, you at least get a CS lead. And that's always something. I always play for like where I'm most likely being able to gank, and I don't think you're going to be able to gank bot lane unless you like cheese it up. And if you want to cheese it up, once again, just do clear like this, look for this. Okay, if this doesn't work out, then they will have prio again for this, right? Because Warwick will be on this side, so you can no longer help them out. So you're gonna have to give this, and then you will go into Wolves instead, and then you path like this.
Yeah.
And that's like fine, but I would argue that these are like the pathings. I would most likely look to gank mid early, rather than top lane, because top lane gives you prio, but it doesn't give you, as I said, it's very hard to gank this lane. Or I think I did say that. And this guy just wins on his own, so he's probably gonna be like here anyways. So it's hard to gank. But then you get scuttled, and then you can maybe look mid. While in bot lane, you probably got like, they probably get pushed in and you can't gank here, because of Warwick. So that's what I would see already. Any questions?
No.
Okay.
Because the funny thing is, I'm actually doing what you just said, like the cheesy part.
Oh, okay.
But I only do it because I know where Warwick starts. So I want to place a ward. And then I do the free camp, like red, blue, Gromp, and go gank bot lane. Because I know that I lose 1v1 against him, anyways.
Yeah. Another option could also be to actually do. This might actually be better when I think about it. It could be blue Gromp, blue Wolves Gromp. Because while you're doing blue, you look how enemy bot lane is playing the lane. If they're like slowly pushing it, then you can either just go there instantly. But otherwise, if they're not really pushing it yet, then you go Wolves. Because they will slowly push the next wave, and then you go Gromp into this. Because now you have like cleared this side, so all of this gonna respawn. And then after you've ganked this, you probably take a reset and go here. And then you have a bit smoother clear. You're probably gonna end up giving both the scuttles, but your respawn time will be a bit better, because then you're not skipping Wolves. So this could also be an option. And it might be better.
Yeah, but I don't know how I feel about the top lane gank though. Because I mean I get the points, but I don't know if there will ever be an like a good gank top lane, because he can just counter my CC.
Oh, but wait, when did you think I said we were ganking top lane?
Huh? Didn't you?
No, at least I didn't plan to say that. And what I said is you go blue wolf Gromp into bot lane, and then you recall and go here and just clear again.
No,
And now
that's
you.
the first thing you said,
Oh.
I guess.
So
Like starting bot side, because top lane has a better 2v2.
Oh yeah, but okay, but the top lane gank will never happen. I agree with that. But I mean, like, okay, so it could happen, but it probably won't. I agree. And Fiora will not push. The reason I want to go here is because I already know that this case I won't have prio, and I also think we will lose it for free, so we can't actually match the Warwick there, so we would have to do a cheese gank. So I think pathing towards top lane is safer, because we end up getting the Scuttle, and maybe we can look for mid. Like top lane will never happen, but we can look for mid. And then at level 6, I think it's a lot easier for you to play around bot lane. At least Karma is doable. And maybe even Victor is easy as well. And I also think... Yeah, go.
Like one thing to talk about is maybe also my kiting in general, because I don't really have a clue how to get like the optimal clear speed. Like I see people just running down there a minute free, full clearing, and I'm like 3:30 there or something.
Oh,
So I don't know what's wrong there.
I mean, I could pay more attention to it if you want. But I mean, there's a lot of a lot of younger clear videos by like I don't know if you know the guy.
Yeah, I know. I'm watching them, and I've tried in like
Craig Stoll.
training games, but I don't know. It doesn't really
That was good
work
at
the way I
least.
wanted to do. Yeah.
Keep in mind, like, I mean, Jarvan is a very slow clearer compared to other show.
Yeah.
Like, I don't see that. It's not a lot of wrong with your clearing. Is clearing. The only problem I have is like not F keying the bot lane right now because you're looking to gank it anyways.
Yeah, I can't. I'm too stupid to use F keys. So I
Oh,
don't know.
yeah, we want to definitely take the river away. The problem, okay, so if we want to talk about clearing here, it's like, okay, one F key, but also like walk here rather than
Yeah.
with the kiting there. You end up losing a bit of time.
Yeah, I didn't know if they were like pushing harder, so I can, instantly come from the tower.
Oh, like super hard. Okay, here, I mean, you have a lot of time, honestly. So I didn't actually like that EQ that much. Like, it ended up working, but I mean, they're so close to you, so I would honestly just W. And then you W
yeah.
auto, and then force this guy to E. And if you use in, you can probably just commit on the karma a bit. Because I'm pretty sure you can just, like, hold them down without actually using E. Because they both have flashes, right? Or, like, most likely. Okay. Wave is fine.
But actually, I was prepared for Karma to flash, and I'm pretty confident to match her flash with my EQ flash.
Oh.
So I did.
But the problem that I have with that is that you can probably force a flash without having to burn your flash and still killing her. If you just hold the EQ.
Yeah.
And here, I mean,
this was so bad. Like,
oh, that was illegal. But I'm pretty sure again you don't need to commit EQ that early. Because a lot of times people just choke.
Yeah. So I just move up to him or what?
Yeah, I mean I would just move up. Because in worst case the gank doesn't work out and he has to back off and the wave is like really bad for him. And you just continue clearing here. So you clear this into this, and then he still can't move up. Like he's so screwed without Warwick.
Yeah.
So the Warwick ends up losing in tempo as well. Okay. This is fine. We probably just go Krugs into Raptors. There's no point in pathing Raptors first, because we're probably not going to get a gank out in a bit.
Well.
At least I would say so. Because I'm not sure if Guess actually took the recall. I would hope so, but she might not have. And also, like, the bot lane was looking a bit rough with Warwick there. Because we know Warwick is here right now. So we can't really run there. But it's whatever. Forcing this. I mean, this is the only time where you actually have to gank this. Would I gank this? Probably not. But it's not necessarily too bad. I think if you want to gank this, you probably be a bit more patient. Just like wait for him to step up on the next wave, I guess.
Yeah, but I think he had a ward, so.
Yeah, I mean, I think the play is really greedy. But if you really want to gank me, that was the best timer for it. Because obviously the wave is crashing, so next wave won't be playable. There's really not a lot of looking on the map. Okay. Okay.
And I think here's the moment where I'm tilted already, by the way.
Yeah, we're going a bit early. That's really greedy that we took the blast gun, I mean. Because if Warwick was actually there, I'm pretty sure we just die. I would probably just rather just walk there, but it's whatever. We probably have to commit on this so Ezreal don't move. Because we know Victor is here already, so but at least this is a 3-3. Now it's gonna be 4.
Orianna isn't moving, so.
Yeah, so what you have to do is you just move in. Because if you move in, it's 3-3. Ezreal don't get in time. And then Orianna's easier time to move. So you end up like working out. Or you just don't take the play because Orianna seems to be struggling to move because the wave was under a tower. Either those two approaches are fine. I think it's pretty bad to just wait here. I think give up the other horde force, just give. Top lane. Oh wait, no.
What?
I will press something, but we were probably around here. There we go. Happens.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, I saw mid lane here, so you know I'm just clicking on the map instead of using F keys.
Yeah, I mean, you can do that. It just, I mean, obviously it's a bit worse, but if you do that a lot, you kind of get used to it as well.
Okay.
I actually like clicking on the map a lot more than using F keys. But I use a combination of both most of the time.
Yeah, well, the problem is I'm attacking with like C, and I can't really handle the movement to press the F keys in the same time.
You should always take Gromp first, by the way, so you get linear spawning on the camps. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay. It's more important if... No, I would actually say it's probably more important for like a non-farming jungler. Because this will take you more time, so there will be a longer duration where you don't attack anything. While a farming jungler can probably just melt the buff. Okay. Kind of losing out. Okay, Warwick gonna play bot side. And now this is really awkward for us, because now we have no camps bot side, so if we end up staying bot side, we just lose gold. So this is gonna feel really bad.
Well, I'm don't ask me why he's here. So I just wanted to stay there because I was scared that they would die for Rihanna.
Yeah, I mean, I can kind of understand that. We have a bit more...
Here I'm tilting. Actually, here I'm really tilting.
Yeah, and you could have flashed the... Oh.
Yeah, like... There, I'm riding already. Because like, if you go back at the situation, I don't know why bot lane didn't move. Like, there was really...
Because there's no actual play.
Yeah, but... Wait, what?
Okay.
But isn't it like Warwick and Karma just died there if Kaiser would...
But they can just walk out. They can just walk out here. And then they lose CS bot lane. But Warwick can also just R out. And if you're arguing that you can hit the Karma here, I mean sure, but your bot lane is never gonna get here in time. So the only one you could catch is Warwick, and I think he can probably leave if he really wants to.
Yeah, but now Kaiser could move, no?
Yeah, I mean...
Uh,
like here?
Maybe it's just me, but...
I mean, I think it's awkward for her to move here. Because the play is not guaranteed. And also, like, mid lane is also struggling to move, because he can't move downwards, he's just there later. I mean, I would say the play is just playable. It's not really playable. Because you don't actually have progress there. I think if you had a better mid position, maybe. Like if mid could move this way, but they can't.
But like how can I change that? Like
just don't go for the play.
Yeah, but then nothing happens because we lose out on everything. We don't get any objectives. Every lane is struggling for some reason. Top lane is hard inting, and I don't know what to do at that point.
I mean, you just farm up, I guess. Like
Jarvan?
Yeah, I mean, as anything you want gold. Like gold exists for farming youngsters, for ganking youngsters as well. Just as much as they exist for farming. The only difference between ganking and farming youngsters are the tools they have, right? Jarvan will be outpaced in jungle by Evelyn. And Evelyn will be outpaced by Jarvan by ganking. This is how it is because of the tools. But the game is still gonna work the same. It's just you have less plays like available for you, depending on what you pick. Okay. Taking this scuttle here is fine. I mean, now you just have to move into bot lane. You can't actually take this camp. You have to like try to establish prior somehow. If you think you can even fight the Drake, by the way. I don't know how strong your bot lane is. This... Oh, you'd actually do...
Yeah, because Victor...
Yeah, this is fine.
At the turret.
Yeah, this is fine. I would probably move into bot lane first, honestly. Because now they're prior, right? But if you collapse on them... now Victor can move and bot lane can move, but your bot lane can't move. But if you move in first now and just make it so bot lane can leave the lane and go here, you now have Drake control.
Okay. The old chat.
people be chatting.
Yeah.
And I mean, now you probably just look to help them push out and then you just leave. You should probably just be in lane already, by the way, because you're not actually looking for a gank. I would say you're probably just looking for a recall for your bot laners more than anything. And you can E, but I wouldn't Q, because she's always dead to the Kai'Sa, regardless. I mean, yeah, the Kai'Sa.
Yeah, well, if she flashes, I would interrupt her, you know. Oh, no, mind. No, oh, well, maybe.
Because if she flashes, she's out. But if you just E, you get assist because of the attack speed thing, and then you just like stand here and hold Q. You're probably killing her regardless with Yana, but why not? Because at that point, it's like, yeah.
I'm staying here because, I don't know, it felt like Warwick is bot lane.
Okay.
I'm really bad at tracking, by the way, so I don't really know where he is, but...
I mean, it could be bot lane. I don't think he had red earlier.
Oh, there he is.
But I probably wouldn't go for this. I get why they want to go for this, but I would probably just ping them off and just try to get a plate and then leave, because they want to recall for sure, and you also want to recall so you can get your reset, so you can just go like this again rather than overforcing.
Yeah, but I think it's fine if Ezreal dies here because he loses a lot more than Kai'Sa.
Yeah, but...
And I always go in with the mindset of like, it doesn't matter if I die because like I'm only there to enable them.
I mean, that's fine, but the problem becomes if enemy can match it somehow, and if you think Warwick can be there, then you should ping your team to only go for the plate rather than commit to a play. If you know that Warwick is top lane, however, then this play is fine because you're obviously denying him a lot of CS.
Yeah, but that's the problem. I really don't know where he was. Like,
yeah, and if you don't know where they are, then usually just don't go for the play. There's probably no problem with that. Okay. I don't think you need to flash.
Yeah, well, I wanted to set up for Ori, and I missed my EQ, so I had to correct it. Ah, dude, like this hero, no, only seeing her makes you so tilted. Like, you can't be serious. How can that matchup should be the freest matchup in the world? No.
Yeah, I mean it's the best matchup at least, or like the worst.
Yeah, but she's hard losing, and holy shit, dude.
But like the thing is, I'm pretty sure Cassandra is so overtuned that it's probably like it's not super for your favor, but it is Cassandra's worst matchup for sure.
Yeah, but not 5-2 ahead.
Yeah, it's like a platinum for you as well, and Cassandra is a lot easier. Okay, we're looking to get Drake. What's going on here? Isn't Warwick just sprinting it? Or EQ was bad though.
Yeah, EQ was really bad.
Also, the camera is really bad because we can't actually see what's happening with the Ezreal and Karma. Okay, there we go. Okay, we have to move out already.
Yeah, the problem is at this point, I'm straight up not thinking about anything anymore. I'm just really, really tilted.
Yeah, I mean, that's an issue in itself, no? If you're like actually, if you're playing to climb and if you're playing to improve, like regardless of what you do, then tilting so you stop playing is really, really bad. Because I tilt pretty hard as well, but I don't stop playing. That's the only difference. I'm just mad.
Yeah, well, I don't know how to do it. Like in game, I really can't clear my head. It's like something goes terribly wrong, like 1-2 situations, and I'm uber tilted. Like,
yeah, I mean,
the spot lane war was insane, by the way.
I mean, when I'm like super tilted, like I'm like, okay, this game is just lost because my team is so bad. I can never actually win this. All I do is like, okay, I guess I'll just spam like speed spur because I struggle with like having my camera like centered in fights. So like I'm just gonna practice that and focus that the rest of the game, because I don't want to think about the game anymore. So then I'm just thinking about the concept that I need to work on, and then it becomes like less tilting, or at least slightly. Okay, I mean I feel like enemy kind of into that, but at the same time we can't take this fight because of advantage in numbers for enemy.
Yeah, just so Cassandra TP'd instantly and Fiora just I don't know,
Didn't match, yeah.
had a sleepover or something. I don't know.
And Cassie's
And
Ardian.
yeah, like you imagine she dashed in there.
I mean, okay, wait, you're actually not that behind. Surprisingly. You're,
No,
you're,
like Kaiser is insanely ahead, but like Fiora is insanely behind, and Orianna is worse than the enemy mid laner. That was the main problem in my eyes.
yeah, but Fiora can still, like, just split push. And she will have value, I think. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure it's probably not Black Cleaver. But I don't play the champ. It's probably something tanky. Because you're not gonna get enough alt attacks for this to be worth it. And you're not even that heavy on AD. So Black Cleaver doesn't give you a lot. But I don't care about
Yeah.
that, it's whatever.
Okay. Well, I just did it because I wanted to enable Kaiser at this point, and I thought that Black Cleaver might be the best to buy at this point because like armor pen and still gives me good stats.
I mean, I guess you are truthful because you actually don't build it that often. But I think like Kai'Sa's mixed damage, so at that point I would rather just have more frontline for her. Whatever that would be. If you want damage, you can go GA, I guess. Otherwise, you can just go Death Dance or just a plain tank item.
Yeah, farming it is.
Yeah, I mean now we need to set up Vision for. No, we should never play for this play, because we have no one on the map. So if they end up just going into here, then we kind of just lose Baron. So we have to just recall here and then start setting up Vision on this side with Janna. And also we should like avoid playing the side with Casantis on, because he's the only one that's actually fed in the enemy team. And if you're committing 3 people here, then we just insta lose, I think. If enemy is actually good.
Yeah, that's why I'm pinging Baron and going base.
Yeah, but I think the base is actually late. Because they still C2 here, so they might as well just commit on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like, oh, man, just thinking about this game really makes me so angry. I don't know. It's like the main problem why I only have like 200 games this ranked season, because I don't know, just feels unplayable.
It isn't. I don't know what to tell you. It just isn't unplayable.
Yeah.
And I think you would probably have better time if you pick more consistent pathings. Because doing like the red start into this, like it works, but I wouldn't say it's the most consistent one. I would probably rather just do full clean the top lane most of the games. So because mid lane is probably easier to gank than bot lane. And then you at least guarantee the most CS. Like, because I feel like, okay, so I don't mind having like cheesy pathings. At least not now. 'Cause I used to mind it a lot more, but now like I'm trying to like try stuff out, and now I'm playing like a lot of Lee Sin and stuff, or some Lee Sin at least. And I obviously do like some really shitty stuff. But they still face to like find ways to make that consistent, rather than just hoping that enemy misplays. Because I think if you really think about it, like going bot lane, even though it's like early to avoid Warwick, is like it's not guaranteed by any means, because they can just ward really, and they don't really have to push the door down. Because what they need to do is push for like 3-4-30, right? Okay, but let's look at the fight. How did we play this? Because I didn't pay attention. Okay, I mean the fight already looks bad because we have Orianna here, but I guess Victor is not here yet as well. The important thing is that we just don't commit too much forward, and we play like front to back. Yeah, like this is fine, but I think the fight is bad in itself probably. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get Victor off of Kaiser, so Kaiser can maybe kill the Cassandra in like 20 years.
Yeah, I mean I think that was good. Like I think you played it good. The fight in itself, like taking the fight, I think that was kind of greedy. But like the way you played this fight, it was actually good. We should probably not overfocus on this guy. We should probably only force him if he's actually walking into or like walking towards the Kaisa. Rather than that.
Oh, what a trash champion! Holy shit!
Yeah, like the champion is like really broken.
Like what the fuck, bro? 0 damage item and just I don't know.
Just like insta kills. I agree. Like this champ is real overtuned, by the way. Like I don't disagree. And you played this fight like overall? Oh, nah, but really?
Oh.
Now I don't remember where it was.
Should have been a bit later.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think it was
Oh,
a
here.
late fight.
Yeah, like you played this fight really rather good, I would say. And the only problem I had was like you going too much forward. Like this, like I wouldn't even say that's pretty bad. But now we stand here. Because we just want to stay in front of Kaiser, right? Okay, this is like good.
Yeah.
Backing here is good. And here I would say the issue becomes, because we really need to make room here rather than stepping away from this guy. In my opinion. Because this guy is actually the one dealing damage. You just like stay in front of him at all times if possible.
Yeah, I find it funny in the replay how Victor just ignores Kaiser even though she's standing
Yeah.
right beside him.
But I think he was like over focusing on Dorian or something. But we
I
technically
don't know.
did kill Kaiser there if Victor wanted to.
Oh god. Oh god.
I mean, I don't like 50-50, so I would probably just look to maybe just EQ over and take the plan and force Warwick to come in already. Because then we just focus Warwick down, right? And that's fine. Or just ours out, and then we get the Drake. Or we just force on like one of these. Staying on the Drake, I feel like it's kind of greedy. Also, you
Yeah,
should.
I'm bad at smiting. I know sometimes it feel like in those situations it just feels like I'm a really bad jungler. I don't know.
I mean, you just have to plan ahead. Like, how much does this smite Q do? Like, smite auto Q, 1.4k, and then just like look at the health bar. If you're committing on smiting, there I don't think you should be committing on smiting. I think they're like really overstepping already. Like right here, like look at this guy, or like we can move a bit more. So here, like he's just dead via EQR. Kais is already on him. He's always dead.
Yeah.
And then maybe okay, but now Warwick can just walk in or something and then or out. But that's whatever. Then we just go Baron then because it's not Soul. If this was Soul, it would be slightly different. Then we don't want this low, and we should also have it like here. And it's easier to play as well. So there's like a lot of things wrong with this play. We didn't kite out the Drake. We didn't commit on the side. We just like try to force a 50-50. And the times where you force 50-50s are when you're behind, but I mean, you are slightly behind, but I wouldn't say it's like unplayable. Because you have ADC advantage.
Yeah, but it felt like we were really behind. I don't know. Yeah, but I get it.
I mean, it's because...
I don't know, but how do I get to actively think about, engaging at those points?
I mean, you just plan ahead, because you want to play like Prime League, right? So
Yeah.
what you communicate in like Prime League first is like PvP, which is like prio, vision, prio. So you set up vision in advance, and then when you have vision and you have prio, you go into the objective, and then at the objective you say, okay, so if they do this, maybe we say, okay, if they come, then we turn, or we say if Baron is below 3k health, then we just focus it down. You have to just think about it in advance of what the enemy can do. So there, if Victor or someone comes on this side, then we turn on that side. Or if they come, just focus the Drake down and we run backwards. You just have to commit to a play. And I mean, I don't like 50-50. So I mean, most of the time I would think about like just responding to their play rather than trying to flip. I lost my voice a bit. I was like, what even happened there? So we were talking.
Yeah, well, Kaiser messed up and I tried to save her and then I died for it. That's what happened.
Yeah, I mean, we have no vision on anyone right now, is it, as well. And we can't walk in here, I would say. I feel like it's dangerous at least with just no one here with us so far. I'll probably just stay mid and hold their hands or something. Or we just farm and tell them to back off. Like either of those approaches work. But this guy obviously inted. Just whatever.
So, yeah, but I tried to save him and then I got flamed. Yeah, because why not?
I mean, we should just run bot instead of typing, obviously, but...
No, I've just did it. Whole game.
Wait. This could actually be good, because we might have a number advantage here. Smite.
Yeah.
We should not chase
Same.
Destral. We need to play with Kai'Sa. Rather than ourselves there. Okay, we can walk in. And we're kind of dead. I feel like we're really like overforced. Because right here we probably definitely just play with Kai'Sa.
Yeah, but I got a question mark ping, so
Fair enough.
it
But
was the rundown method.
and now the game is like they already have soul, so the game's just over. We can look at
Yeah.
one more fight. EQ, R, nice. We're tanking. I mean, this fight actually is looking kind of good.
Yeah, but what is Xante? Like, seriously, he's playing like 1v4 and I don't know. I think he really gets a double kill, by the way.
Well, that's a bit disgusting. Well, he's like too bad. But you played this
What
fight
is
good,
this?
actually. Yeah. Arguably, though, if you actually did this, the path to top this game, maybe that wouldn't have happened. But who knows? And
Yeah.
like maybe, I don't know. Oh, fuck. I set it up already, and then I fuck it up already. Nah, every time. Okay, I saw Silas.
That's the win. That's the win. By the way, how many ranked games do you play in a season? Like-
600?
How? Like, how can you stay, like, I guess, focused or, like, mentally strong is maybe the right word? Because, I don't know, I can get myself to play this lot of games, but I don't think I can climb without playing, like, this amount of games.
I mean, I guess I mean, I enjoy like actually like I enjoy stomping the enemy so hard, and I really like just focus on that, so that's what I'm enjoying. When you play stuff like Jarvan and stuff like Lee Sin and stuff, that's like a different like approach to the game where you're like trying to gank, and then you're trying to win the game. I'm not trying to win the game whenever I play, and I'm not saying like, oh, I'm trying to improve or whatever. No, 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 no. I'm playing to just stomp the enemy opponent so hard that they can't play. That's what I'm playing for. That's the same approach a lot of top laners have. Like when they pick like Fiora and stuff, they're like, okay, I don't care if I win. I'm just gonna win lane so hard. And I'm trying to win jungle so hard. I'm trying to be double CS. I'm trying to 5 level him. So I'm thinking,
That's a different approach.
yeah, I mean, I'm aiming to do so many consistent things where I can like, okay, if I do this pathing, I can guarantee I have a lead of 4 CS.
Yeah.
If I do this pathing, I can maybe deny and walk here and here. Because he can't actually path top maybe, and then he can't path bot because I actually have prio. So then he has to flip, and maybe I can find 8 CS. Because he's most likely going here. Like, I'm just trying to find edges of my opponents all the time. And that's how I play a lot of games. Like, I'm just so focused on getting leads. And you can definitely see that by like the type of champs I play. I play Talon, Evelyn, Nidalee, Kindred. Like, I'm playing high progressive champs. For you, I don't know. Like, maybe you enjoy being like a teamfight player. And if you enjoy being teamfight players, then you should not focus about winning either. You should focus on how do I set up my lanes so I can play objectives, because I want to start fights. And the easiest way to start fights is by starting objectives. So how do I set up or like make it so my lanes can come to objectives without enemy lanes can approaching it? And if they do approach it, I want us to win. So how do I set up fights like that? So maybe that's your answer. I don't know. Oh.
Yeah. I guess.
What are we thinking in this game though?
Well, what was I thinking, or what am I thinking right now about this game?
What you're thinking right now?
Okay, well, right now I'd say I'd path bot lane because this time I'm pretty sure 3-3 is a win, and I'm pretty sure I get proud on there.
Yeah, that's
top lane is just whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind pathing either lane. Top lane might be easier to gank, so I'm not too sure where you path this game. If I was a farming jungler, I would always path bot lane here, because I just want... Because if I path bot lane, I'm most likely getting double scuttle, and I think you can do that this game. But the problem with bot lane here is that it's just very hard to gank, but you will always have prio. So maybe for ganking junglers, maybe you actually path top lane, because I think it's probably easier.
Like, the thing is, is pathing top lane like I don't see the point in any game, you know, because I just think bot lane is more useful than top lane in
Okay.
any case. And mentally, if I gank bot lane, I have two people who won't go mental breakdown, and if I don't gank top lane, it's just one guy.
I mean, the thing is, when you're ganking, you're not actually ganking for the lane. You're ganking for yourself. Or at least that's how I approach ganking. I'm not trying to help my laner out. I'm trying to find a way to get myself a lead, and that has that has to do with my mentality again. Like I don't care which lane I'm ganking as long as I get the gold out of it.
Okay. Yeah, well.
And if I think it's a because both of this lane are kind of hard to gank. Like Gragas Camille, like Camille doesn't have to die. It's very easy for her to avoid dying. And like Lux MF versus Cillian Vayne. I mean, if they get hit by Lux Q, I guess they die. But what's the odds of them getting hit by that? Like it's not very high. And also they're getting pushed in when you're gonna be there. Like you're gonna path like this or whatever, and then you're gonna be pushed in for Scuttle. So ganking probably won't happen. You know, probably not. So at that point, like this is probably like maybe a 20% gank, probably less, right? But let's just give it numbers. Well, this is like a 60% gank. So I'm like, okay, so I'll just go this if I'm playing like ganking. If I'm not playing ganking, which I probably wouldn't, then I would just have bot lane because now I just have double scuttle most likely. Because enemy jungler most likely look to gank bot lane, because most junglers do, and also it's not like it's easier for them to gank it, but it doesn't have prio. And yeah, I would probably path bot lane if I was Garner. Yeah, I guess because he's playing for Drake, so he wants to set up. He wants to set up a Drake before you guys get level 6. It's probably his game plan, if he's good. And if you want to set up Drakes, then usually starting top lane is better.
Well, I just know that I was like hyper focused this game, so yeah.
Okay, hyper focused.
Yeah, it's like the first game, and I don't know if I win that, I'm hyper focused and won't play anymore, or if I lose, I'm really tilted and play more games and lose them as well. I don't know.
Honestly, respectable. Yeah, I don't think we should skip this many camps. I think it's like really weird.
Okay.
Especially without looking bot lane, because maybe if enemy actually was contesting the push, I could see this being the case. But just doing it to do it, then it's like kind of weird. A path you could go from like here is like you see your bot lane is pushing, okay? We're most likely not getting gank off, okay? So we just go blue grump wolf into raptors in the top lane instead.
Yeah.
Like that could be a play, like definitely. I don't know what the E was, but
Yeah, I don't know either. Just for the attack speed, but I didn't want to pull Grump, I guess.
you shouldn't follow her. The play is not gonna be there. It's not gonna be when you get there. It's gonna be us losing time. And looking for a dive will not happen. They're too high health. We should probably have pressed tab already. I didn't see us do that. Because if we press tab, we will know if this is taken or not. Looking for this play is like pretty bad. Maybe if it was already on the tower, I might look for this. But because it,
Yeah, that happened. And the funny thing is, I guess we killed both in the end. Because I don't know, Skarna really seemed to be mentally disabled. This was really weird.
what are you guys doing? What is Silas doing? Why is he even there? The wave was like fine. He could just recalled. Ah.
Or he can get first blood, and I think Victor dies in the next 2 minutes or something.
But it's like these plays shouldn't happen. They're like so illegal.
That's right, but well, it's plat.
Well, this plat, but this doesn't happen every game. So most of the games you would just be behind. Is like what my problem with that. This play was kind of good though. If you know that they don't have summoners. Because if they have summoners, then I think it's kind of greedy to just go it like that.
No, I knew that because we took them in the invade, I guess.
Oh, wait, there wasn't... Did you skip over the invade or what?
No, we half invaded them, I guess.
Oh, okay.
And I pinged both summoners builds, so it's fine.
I'm pretty sure this is bad track, because I'm pretty sure it's topside.
Yeah, that's the point, because like in this moment I had a ward on Crux and the icon was like not there anymore, and then it came back. I don't know.
Oh, but wait, do you mean the camp?
Yeah. Like the icon was away when I put the ward in, but it came back like 2 seconds later, even though like it couldn't be respawned, you know.
Yeah, I mean the camp should have been dead, so I mean I don't know, maybe it was bug. But okay.
So I thought like I was really sure that he was bot lane, and even wrote like or the icon is just bugged. So I know that was really weird.
Oh, this is so illegal. Oh, if you want to take Crocs, I would probably do this pathing, but if you want, you can't go back because your top lane is not here, and now you will have to recall because otherwise you have to walk like here, like this will take forever.
Okay, yeah. So I should always start over like the auto camps or what?
Yes, I mean that's how you get most gold without like the only reason you would ever go like here is if you're ganking this, right? Because now you're doing like a quadruple clear, right? So you take this and then you like path here, and that's like fine, I guess. Or you go this and you path here, but you should always like finish a side, in my opinion. Unless you're like in rush for things, because sometimes you can't get all of the camps, and this camp might be protected. So if you're looking for Drake here, for example, and you say, oh, but if I look for Drake, maybe I can go top lane, and then maybe my top lane loses CS or something. Okay, but then you just give your top laner this camp. So then you plan ahead and like, okay, I'll just take these 3 camps and leave this guy for my top laner. This would be more of a thing in the pro play than in solo queue. But yeah, like look at us now. Like now we're just like walking 30 years. Like you might as well recall so you get like a longsword or whatever. Because you probably only lose like 2 seconds by recalling. We're not really looking at things, kind of there. It's always like so. It's like kind of weird because it would make a bit more sense if you were like playing a farming jungler and didn't look. When playing ganking junglers and not looking, it's really bad.
Yeah, but I don't think I can see the map, you know.
Yeah, but the map doesn't tell you like minion health, and it doesn't tell you mana.
Or yeah, like, but it tells me like that the wave is pushing already, and that there aren't any enemy champions.
Yeah, I mean, sure, to a certain extent it does, but it doesn't show you enough info for you to predict the next minute or two.
Yeah, okay, that's true. But I'm not doing that anyway, so.
But you should do that if you're playing a ganking jungler.
I know.
On like farming junglers, it doesn't matter if the wave is pushing. Okay, of course it does, but like to a certain extent it doesn't, because you're just looking to farm anyways. But for a ganking jungler, you want to see, okay, this is gonna be pushing in 1 minute. So I will have time to do 3 camps. So I can do this, you know. While if you look at bot lane and say, oh, this is going to be pushing into us in 30 seconds. Okay, I'm just going to do these 2 camps and skipping Raptors. So we have this open, you know. You want to see how much gold you can get before having to walk somewhere.
Yeah, okay. Dude, clearing is so... I don't know. Takes so long, Jarvan.
Play something else then, what? That's you don't have to play Jarvan, you know. You don't have to play Jarvan.
Yeah, I like the farming jungler thing. Like I tried playing Kindred, and it was like horrible. Like
Kindred is like not even a farming jungler, but yeah.
What?
She's not. She's a fighting jungle. She's a controller jungle.
Because of her marks or what?
No. I mean, kind of. But she is not very good at farming, is the main reason. She's more of a fighter. She wants to like force a fight around objectives and stuff. So she looks to have pryos in lane, so she can either force an evade on enemy jungler, or she like forces prio and then goes for objectives and play off that. Okay, kind of. I feel like we're very sloppy with all our mechanics. Because if you just hold EQ, then he probably dies. Because you can just walk up a bit more and then hope that Skarner turns rather than just praying for an EQ.
Well, I never had good mechanics.
Yeah, but like not having good mechanics is fine, but I think the problem becomes if you're like absent of like intention. Because you can have intention of doing something and then fuck it up, but if you don't have like an intention, then it becomes a lot harder to improve on stuff. Because you don't want to just press your buttons randomly. Also, I think once again, I think you go Krogs over red. So you go like Raptors, Krogs, look top lane. Top lane might not be doable. Then you just go back to red.
Okay.
Because I think the best time right now for you to gank top lane is probably after this, and it would have been better if we went Krogs first. So yeah, because then we're just closer to get play in itself. Here, I think this is really greedy because I actually think Skarner can match this here. It definitely looks like he is looking to match something. Like maybe he was Scuttle into that. So we should probably not look top lane unless we're prepared to actually do a 2v2. And I'm not sure if you win that 2v2. Probably not. Okay, so we're gonna reset here.
No, we won't.
I mean, you don't have any prize at all to actually do this.
Yeah, well, I don't even know how to how to legalize that.
Like these kind, because I'm okay. I people that play with me or like have played with me, like this is a thing that I do a decent amount, but I do it when we're behind. If you're ahead, then you don't do this kind of stuff because you're trying to starve the opponent rather than getting a lead.
Yeah. Or maybe I knew that Skarner was bot lane.
I mean, you shouldn't know that because he was most likely top lane. Because he actually has camps up on top. And there was a scout that he has take. I'm pretty sure we played as bad as possible though.
Okay, but like the EQ, I can explain. I thought she would like instantly E out. And
We just wait for the E. You can think whatever, we just wait for the E.
yeah,
Just walk up to her, W, R, she E's out,
enough.
and then you EQ.
Yeah, I don't have the patience, I'm sorry. Just like...
But then Jarvan is so important. Like if you're playing Assassins, it would be another thing to go for like rushed plays. But if you're playing Jarvan, then you're kind of playing around your cooldowns. You're playing around enemy.
Jarvan?
Holy. Could do.
Yeah, I don't know. At this point, Silas is just taking over the game, so...
Yeah.
But obviously because of me, right?
Obviously, for sure. Yeah. Not because Skarny is fucking run it down in the mid lane for fun.
Yeah, it was something. I don't know what Vayne was doing there. Oh, this is really unlucky, actually. Okay, that looked retarded, but I swear to God, I think I would have died anyways.
I mean, probably.
Yeah.
You probably would, yeah.
But I think that was the best way to survive, because I thought a minion was already in tower range, so yeah.
I mean, if you didn't get stunned, maybe you survive.
Yeah.
I mean, you probably die regardless, it's like whatever. It does look stupid. We're probably just looking to get an Herald out. Where do we want the Herald? I mean, mid lane is fine, because then you open up to Sylas. I guess if it wouldn't be that fed, I would probably rather have it in bot lane.
Oh my God, I checked the turret.
Vet vad som chill. Vi har
I don't know what to do in that. Like, they're just too deep. I can't really help
Yeah, I
them.
mean, then don't help them. What? Yeah, that play looked really lost, so that's fine.
Yeah. Okay.
But like the problem itself was like you going for the no, was it?
Nah,
You
I went for the zillion, and then it was like whatever.
yeah, I mean then you walk out there like now you just walk. I mean yeah, there's something you can do about it. It happens.
Okay.
And now your team is obviously dead, so now I would just I would either reset and then take this, but yeah, you probably just reset and just go this. So you get a Gordon Care and then you get like a pink ward, and you just take this into this, or you go Scuttle first, and then get like a
Yeah.
null magic or whatever.
Surely I wouldn't start right now.
Yeah, like I mean, this is like an issue because it's just such an inconsistent play.
But like it's okay here, no? But because MF and is like so strong, and then just went base, and the rest just died. So
But the rest didn't die, no? Like they
I
have
like
like they have like everyone up.
oh, true. But like the rest is so weak that it doesn't really matter, right? Like we could.
But you have no R, you're half health, you don't have flash. So if they actually go on you, you're probably insta dying. I mean, MF doesn't have R.
Everything warded, and like if they come, we can easily move out. No.
Yeah, but then you just give them the Drake.
Yeah. Okay. But,
I think they will struggle on starting it because I don't think they have enough damage unless they're like forcing Wayne to move. And if Wayne moves, I think MF can look for an R. I think it's a lot easier for you to defend the Drake than it is for you to take the Drake. And the same thing for them. But while if you just like take Scuttle into recall into bot lane again, you will have all your players on the map and you just get it for free always.
okay.
And this is like a really important like know when you're like playing from ahead. Because I don't know if you've heard like the argument like in like itemization, like where you play like if you're ahead you build defensive, whereas if you're behind you play like offensive.
Okay, I actually do the exact opposite.
Yeah, I mean, I just by looking at how you play, I can see that. Because like when you're playing from ahead, you're not looking to gain more gold. You're looking to make enemy gain less gold. Because you're already ahead, so if you just make sure that the enemy stays behind, you're gonna win. While if you're only focusing on getting more gold, then you will slowly but steadily, or like it's more likely for you to fuck up, or like mess up, right? Because looking for places is usually more variance to plays rather than just starving people off.
But it makes sense. But I don't know if it feels like I can't make the same place when I'm behind there, obviously. So
Yeah.
I don't know if that's really the case then. Like, can I still look for those aggressive plays when I'm behind? I don't think so.
But you have to some degree unless you're looking for like scale, right? If you're not out scaling and you're behind, then you have to go for high variance plays. Because you're most likely gonna lose anyways. So then you might as well either lose fast or you're gonna like find a way to come back.
Yeah. Oh, okay, that's valid. Yeah, that was really wild here.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, this Victor is really, I don't know.
Kind of shield. And now we can either look to just go to Krogs and like to get this, or we just farm. I mean, I would probably want to farm because we don't really have a lot of XP and stuff. We also have double camps up, so I would just take our bot side and to recall, probably, because we probably have a decent amount of gold. But doing a full clear is not super bad because we don't have any objectives up on the map for a while. We should never look for this play at all. I mean, they're showing bot sides, so it's not horrible, but I feel like we moved before we saw them. That's probably the main problem here, rather than the play itself. Okay, we didn't even trade. That's good. What's the timer on Herald? Do we tab? 17. I would probably finish Wolves. Probably finish Wolf Raptors and then recall and then walk with your support. Because if you recall here and your team is not recalling, then you will be slightly off tempo. I mean, sure, you can farm, but you just don't gain anything by farming at that point, except XP. Well, if you stayed a bit on the map, well, your team is still on the map anyways, you at least get gold for like another longsword or whatever you want.
Yeah.
So-
I don't know. I'm not sure if I can take wolves, but probably.
I mean, you can probably take wolves and raptors.
With that health?
What, you had like 117. Yeah, that's far more than enough. You probably just need 70, and that would be able to clear that.
Okay.
Okay. But now we resetted. We should do Wolf, Raptors, Krogs, Red, because your team is just off the map for too long. If they weren't off the map right now, then we would probably look for just one side clear into helping them push, and then we get vision in their topside jungle into Herald. Or at least that would be the play in like higher elos or like competitive.
I don't really know what I'm doing here, but
I mean, it's whatever. Yeah, you should pay more attention to the top lane if you want to like go Krogs, I guess. It's not even that bad. You just go Raptors into mid. Your MF going bot lane is kind of illegal. You should probably toll it off. In my opinion, at least. I think she should just stayed mid, and then we just have like Silas bot lane, because I think Silas has TP, or he had TP, but I think he wasted it actually. To TP mid when the MF was there. Okay.
this Ghana had, by the way, like 1 million points or something, so that was funny too.
They're locked in, kind of nice. Yeah, you just win a fight. I mean, I think because MF is on bot side, I'll probably just take Krogs and taking the tower and just doing this, and then we recall with MF and MF moves here. Hopefully they haven't taken this by now. But yeah, I would probably not stay on this side.
Yeah, I don't know. My thought was the fight is like the only reason we had to fight was like to get Herald. So
Yeah.
I won the fight, so I'm just going to take it.
Yeah, if your MF was there, then it would have been fine. But because she's not there, then we just have to adapt slightly and just take the tower. I think the better play would be for MF to just go mid and we just take Herald with her. But we also have to adapt because it's solo queue and we can't control teammates.
Monkeys.
Literally.
Yes.
And I mean, I guess he's pretty low, so we can maybe look for a camp. This dive doable? He was like 65% health. Skarn is still not moving in. You can probably look.
If she had a ward on me.
Okay, well then we just recall and play for Drake. Okay. I don't know.
I really like the new
Chem tech.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna comment on it because I'm not sure exactly what it does, or I don't know what it gives more, so I'll just not comment on it. And I don't like folks.
No armor anymore, but like the magic resist is nice with the passive to speed up and slow surrounding enemies. Like, I don't know, feels like a nice item for Jarvan.
I mean, it's probably not the best in Jarvan, because I mean, Jarvan is not as sticky. He's more like an all-in champ. Well, I prefer having this on like a sticky champ. Like on Skarner, this would have been a lot better because he obviously wants to just stand and Q people and have like E's on them. While Jarvan just EQs R and then wants to soak up as much damage as possible. So I would just rather have like more stats maybe than a passive.
Okay.
But it doesn't really matter. It's probably whatever.
Oh, taking forever. Why do they keep buffing the HP and like?
That didn't even take that long.
Huh?
It didn't even take that long.
Well, it felt long.
It took like 10 seconds with 2 people. Yeah, if anything, they should like buff it a bit more so people actually have more time to do this, like more fights happening around objectives. That could be more fun. I think.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that.
Because it makes it like harder to solo, and then you just force fights. Always fun.
Yeah, but then you can't like randomly do a Drake solo.
Yeah,
Minute
exactly.
5.
That's why they're buffing Elf. Lucky for you. I mean, I guess we're just pushing. Can we swap mid? Isn't the game just like over? Heralding solo is kind of greedy. I feel like we could have saved the Herald for, I don't know, how long time was it?
We still had a lot of time, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like this is
'Cause-
limit testing.
I mean, it's like, if you're looking to limit us, then it's like fine. But, because we kind of want to save it for like either for like Baron, whenever Baron is up, we want to just use it bot lane, so they force to go bot lane and respond. And then we just move into.
I don't know if I had that much time though.
Yeah, that's what I'm like thinking as well. Or you can just look to just break open mid lane with it, like slightly in the head. So like 19-10 or whatever, you probably have time for. So you just break open mid lane and then you just force vision top side. And then you look for Baron or whatever.
Yeah, in flex queue or competitive, sure, but in solo queue, I don't know.
No, but you still look to do the things that you do in competitive to a certain degree. There's some rotations you can't do, but those kind of plays where you're forcing prio with your, because your bot lane will always be here, right? Like that's just basic. Like they will be here. You can't like argue that. So you putting Herald here and then just forcing them to move here with you by just ping assistance, it will happen, even in solo queue and even in low levels of solo queue if you just force it. Because that's on you. Like you putting Herald is like the only hard part about that rotation. Your team doesn't actually have to do anything hard. Okay. I mean, we just play with MF and just break things open. The game is just over though. We probably go. We should probably just Elder team, get the tower, and then just went there. But it's whatever. Okay, we look MF, I guess. Everyone is so split right now, so it feels like a bit awkward to do any play. Gragas wants to reset, Silas wants to reset. We don't have any waves.
Yeah, no, I pinged him. I couldn't help him there.
No,
he overstayed hard.
Yeah, and now we're kind of. I mean, not really, because they're actually dead, so it's whatever.
The thing is, I was really confused here. I thought they would like engage us from behind, but they just didn't.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't have enough numbers for it.
I don't know. It felt like they were giving up anyway at that point.
Yeah, I mean, the game is definitely over.
Pork, Cloud Soul.
So cool, Soul. I do actually believe it's better than Ocean in solo queue, though. I do actually believe that, but it's pretty shit.
90% win red cap.
Good take. I don't even know how you come to the conclusion that it has to be good because of that.
Huh?
I don't know how he came to the conclusion where like Cloud Soul is good because they have a 90% win rate.
Yeah, I don't know either. But it's like, I mean, I don't think it's as bad as people say, but yeah, it's a bit of a meme.
It definitely is. I think it's just over. But honestly,
Yeah.
I think you like if you want to like actually like improve, I think you would benefit so much more if you actually like try to play more farming junglers. Because right now you're just forcing plays. Because you're just
yeah,
forcing
I
this
don't
like
know.
every game. And it's like so inconsistent. But if you're playing farming junglers, it will feel so bad if you don't optimize things. It will feel so bad if you don't path correctly, and it will feel so bad if you like fall behind in CS.
Yeah, that's why I'm not playing them.
Yes, exactly. You're avoiding it like because it will probably feel so bad for you because you will probably lose a lot of games.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I will. I don't know. We tried Hecarim once in a team game, and yeah, didn't go that good.
Yeah, I mean, I could see that being a thing, you know?
Hmm?
I could see that not going that well.
Yeah, that dude. Yeah, there was something.
But
I don't know. Like I can't. Like my playstyle, or like it feels like I can only play champions that can engage and team fight, and I can only play with an aggressive bot lane. I don't know, at least it feels like to me. Like if I play anything else or like any other style without an engaged bot lane, it's really doomed.
okay, I mean, that's a problem in itself, but like, you can still have farming champs that engage in team fights. Like,
Mm.
Hecarim engages in team fights. Viego is like a pseudo engage if he's a secondary engage, I guess.
Yeah.
Mm, Kane is kind of an engage. Udyr is definitely engaged. More
Oh,
pseudo
I
though.
hate Udyr. Holy shit.
Yeah, I'm not big a fan of Udyr either, but. Mm,
Champions without dashes are my death.
Nocturne is primary engage, I guess.
Yeah, I play a bit of Nocturne though.
Yeah, and he needs to farm more. And he also needs to pay
Um,
attention to lanes more.
mm, yes.
Or at least he should. Wukong also needs to farm a lot more than Jarvan.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, Wukong is like he's not full farming, like he's not a full clear champ, but he's definitely a farming jungler, because if he falls behind, he feels rather bad most of the time. If
Okay.
you build a
Well,
Ravenous build.
pretty sure. Yeah, no, I'm not doing that.
You should though, because it actually forces you to play a certain way.
I'm playing Divine uh, Blunderer, and yeah, then whatever comes after. Black Cleaver, Death Stance.
Yeah, but you should just build Ravenous Divine into Death Dance, and you probably will have to suffer a bit more. That's probably good.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because I do think playing a different style will actually like help you with your favorite style. Because after you play like farming junglers for a while, you will realize, okay, but if I do this, I will lose so much. So now when you're playing Jarvan, you want to always do this and this. You might like do this, because now you still get level 3, but now you at least have your camps in a proper reset, and you will realize, okay, but now you get more XP. Like you can realize so much from like playing farming junglers and optimizing your clear, while still looking for ganks and stuff. When you end up switching champs again.
Yeah, but like the thing is, even with farming junglers, even with Hecarim, if you full clear and your bot lane is just, I don't know, like utter monkeys, you can't do shit about it. They're going mental breakdance. Well, I haven't even like cleared my first half,
Okay, but
so like, I can't. I don't know.
you would probably lose that game anyways if you were like a ganking jungler. If your
Yep.
bot lane is just gonna grief, then you're gonna lose it regardless of which type of champ you play.
Okay.
And you can still look for a lot of gank as a farmer jungler. You just have to optimize them a lot more. And that's why I prefer, like, whenever you're trying to learn the game, or like when you're trying to like improve on a role, then you should play with like the more consistent thing most of the time.
Yeah.
Because then you can play these inconsistent things better.
Mm. Yeah,
And
I guess.
and I think that would be like I think that would be very good. And also, if you are playing like this kind of like a gank game, you definitely need to be more like paying more attention to like the rest of your team than you're doing right now, because you're not really paying attention if someone has prior for objectives. You're not really looking at advanced to see if you're going to be in time for a play, or if there's going to be a play to occur and stuff like that. And I also do think that you have like a hyper focus on bot lane. I also two games, right? But I do think you probably do have a hyper focus on bot lane, which is like fair. If you win bot lane, then you have like midis of two people ahead instead of one. But at the same time, if you're playing early game champs, you need to play for like the most important role in the early game, I would say,
Yeah, but the thing is,
or like get a
I,
lead
I
is. Yeah,
I still think that ADC items are like really good,
you know.
and ADCs in general.
Mm.
And you know, when mid lane or top lane loses is shit, yes, but there I have hope that the ADC can, like, you know, kind of balance the game then. Because
Yeah.
a Vayne can certainly do that. Like, a fat Vayne is more valuable than anything else on the team.
I mean, I agree. I also think bot lane is like really strong. I do believe ADC is like super broken. But
Yeah, like,
but the thing is though, is if you can't gank bot lane anyways, then it doesn't matter if you're on that side or not. But if you can gank top lane but not bot lane, then you just go top lane. You shouldn't hyper focus on it just because it's a better role. You should hyper focus on like the concept of where can you get the lead.
yeah, but the thing is, at the moment, I don't play around bot lane, then the other jungler does so, and, you know, they can't handle the other jungler, so it's like instantly lose. Because bot lane just can't handle being on weak side.
But you just like ping them off if you think the jungler's there.
Yeah,
And if
because that works so well.
I mean, it does to a certain extent.
I don't know. Like, they would never retreat from the tower if they knew there would be, like, if there's a dive incoming.
Yeah, I mean, dive is a lot harder for people to respect, even in competitive play. So most of the time you have to like actually help them out if you think they're gonna get doved. And also actually, if you're playing a ganking type of jungler, then you should look to see when they can actually get doved. And if you think they're getting doved, then you just go there, right? Because then you win out.
Yeah, okay, that's the point.
But I generally do think you would like benefit a lot more from playing former junglers.
Yeah. Yeah, well, let's see. I get the point, but I really don't feel comfortable doing this.
Of course you don't, but
And knowing that I will go mental if I lose like 2 or 3 games in a row, I don't know.
but you don't lose anything by losing right now. Like especially right now. In general, you don't either. But right now it's even preseason. There's no point in like caring about if you win or not.
Yeah.
You should only care about if you win jungle or not.
Yeah.
To a certain
Yeah, I
extent.
guess.
Because what you need to do now if you actually want to get better is breaking your habits. Because if you keep playing as like you always have done, and always, then you will always be the same elo. Or even you will even decline in elo slowly. Because people will just keep getting better while you're just stuck in the same habits.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. So Evelyn it is, yeah?
I mean, I would not recommend Evelyn for you. Because Evelyn is actually hard. I would probably put something easier to you.
What about Grace? Grace is something I've played a bit.
I mean, you could play Grace. Grace is a farming jungler, but I think Grace is hard. That's why I don't want to give him as a recommendation. I'm trying to come up with something easy.
Played him a bit, I guess.
Like Udre is easy, and but you said you didn't like Udre, but I would recommend Udre, I guess.
I'm really bad on Udre. I don't know. I can't handle champions that don't have dashes. I really can't. It's not playable for me. I need to have dashes.
Nocturne is not worse, but now I'm trying to think of something that has a dash, but I'm not sure if I can actually
Gwen.
Well, Gwen is a former jungler, but I don't think she's very good.
I think she's playable right now.
I think she did get buffed for the jungler changes, but I'm not sure how.
Probably not enough, but.
Yeah, I would not
yeah.
play. Yeah, I would not play that. Usually you don't care about winners and stuff, but I would not play this.
46%. Nice.
Diana is a good one, no? Diana's like kind of as a dash, and she needs to farm a lot more.
Yeah, I'm playing her as well.
Okay, Diana Udyr.
Oh no, I don't know. It's like.
I mean, I will recommend Udyr, but if you don't play him, it's still up to you, right? Like, I don't fucking care what you do, but I'll see you there.
No, I get it, but like, I don't know.
But I mean, okay, but if you want to pick yourself your own champs, then at least pick farming champs, or like try to actually play farming champs.
Yeah, Grace Diana is. I think
it's fine. It works, you know. Probably works.
Grace is too hard.
I mean, I do think Grace is probably it's gonna be much more focused on mechanics.
But like, what's the item build for him currently? Can you still build crit, or is it like Vitality currently?
I don't play Grace.
What do you mean?
But what? Don't you see? I played these 5 champs. Arguably this.
Yeah, okay. No, mind that.
Like I don't play a lot of champs. Yeah, you go level 50. That works.
No, I won't go collector.
Okay.
Holy shit.
Collector is fine if you go LDR after. Like if you the combination of these items are good, but collector in itself is pretty bad. This is a 4th item. 4th item is like so fucking trolled.
Okay, so it's the wait. He has a really bad win rate, though, no?
I mean, the difference between this and Gwendol is that at least this has a high pick rate. And I do think Grace is actually, I think it's actually a hard champ for a lot of junglers to play because they're not used to like auto attack champs, and also do think he needs to pay a lot more attention to like priors. So maybe in like challenger it would be okay, but in Korea they're a lot better at fighting and stuff. So maybe yeah, okay.
Oh. What the fuck?
Well, in Korea they're like slightly better at fighting and stuff, so it looks a bit better.
Yeah. Well.
And I will pause recording.